Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Empowering Women in Chiropractic, brought to you by ChiroSecure. I'm your host, Dr. Cathy, and today we're going to talk about how to develop your speaking strategy. I talk to so many practitioners, so many women, so many chiropractors, so many professionals that want to know, how do I take my knowledge, my expertise, my years of experience, and translate that into something that can help more people on a bigger scale? And speaking is the way to do it. And you can start small and build to your heart's desire. But let's talk about, first and foremost, how are you going to do that? How are you going to start off? And start off begins with building your network. So building your network is, think about the people around you that need to hear your message. Think about the people around you that have already heard your message and absolutely resonate with it. Like, these are the people who are raving fans about what you do. And then look at those people and say, what do these people all have in common? If I could pick a cluster of people and say that these people all do basket weaving, how do I speak into a group of people that do basket weaving? Or if it's people that are moms of school age kids, how do I speak to a group of moms of school age kids? If it's athletes, how do I tailor a conversation to meet the needs of athletes? So first and foremost, you want to start thinking about, who is your ideal market and how can I build a network around them? So think about your practice, think about your business, think about your professional relationship in your community. Who are the professionals that you can network with? Who are the people who own other businesses that you can network it with? And who are the people that you want to get into your office so that you can share this message? Those are the people you want to start building a network with, as well as building your message for. And when you start building your message for the people in your network, it is way more receptive to them. It is so much easier for them to stay engaged with you, because now the message that you're sharing with your network matters to them. See, I watch so many people make the mistake of, they decide that this is the talk that they want to give, and they're going to give that same talk to every group of people with the hopes that they'll capture somebody. But it's a lot easier to decide, this is the talk I want to give, and these are the people who I want to reach, and then tailor your specific talk to that group of people. See, the more specific you get and the more custom tailored it is, and the more it relates to their needs, their values, and their expectations, the easier it's going to be to connect with them and engage with them. So I want you to build your network around the people that you resonate with. Build your network around the people that you want to connect with, and build your network full of people that you want to impact. And when you do that, watch how much easier it is to get opportunities to speak. Now, once you know who your network is, you have to find the best people within that network to share your expertise with. So let's say that you decide that the best people for you are a group of realtors in your community. And when you speak to real estate agents and you speak to realtors, you have a great opportunity to not only deliver the message to them, but to potentially reach all of their clients, all of their salespeople, all of their front desk employees, but all of the people that hire them to help them find a house or sell a house. So if you tailor your conversation not just to the realtor, but to the other people that they know, now you can start to share your expertise. And within that network of real estate agents, you can start to find, who are the best people that can help me get my message to more people? Well, it's usually going to be the person that either partakes in your services, loves what you do, or has had a personal experience with you or within your industry. So if they've had a personal experience with a chiropractor, then they're going to be the ones that can absolutely connect to your message and would be more receptive to sharing that with a lot more people, because they can say, from my own personal experience, I've had so much success under chiropractic care that I know that Dr. Cathy would be the perfect person for you to ask your questions to. Or, now that you're moving into our community, I would love to connect you with my chiropractor, Dr. Cathy, who practices right here locally and can help you and your family achieve optimum levels of health. See, once you start building your network full of people that are raving fans, and you can deliver a relevant message to them, they'll want to share your information with other people. Because if you think about how most professionals work and most business people work, they like to be a source of information. They like to be a source of knowledge. They want to be a source of referrals because they want to receive those referrals back from you. So if I refer patients to a real estate agent, that real estate agent is going to be more likely to refer her salespeople, her clients to my office because people want to do business with people that help them, that have impacted their lives, and that understand the needs of their customers. So find your group that you want to network with. Find the people within that network that you could share your expertise with, that are open to receiving it, that want to share their information with you as well, and then start to build a relationship with them. And then as you do it, each time you have the opportunity to speak, that's how you start to develop your speaking strategies. I talk to so many women who want to work with me and coach with me on how to give their presentations, and their goal is like way up here. And that's great. I want you to shoot up here. I want you to shoot higher than the moon, right? I want you to shoot for the stars. I want you to shoot for something that seems like a big, scary, hairy, audacious goal that how dare you have the audacity to aim for that? That's what I want people to shoot for. But we have to start somewhere. We can aim for that, but we have to start somewhere and keep this goal in mind. So if your goal is to speak on the biggest stage in the world, let's aim for that. But if you've never spoken before, let's get your feet wet first. And then let's get in the water a little bit up to your knees, and then let's get in, and then let's start swimming, and then let's start swimming for the ocean, right? You have to start somewhere. So developing your speaking strategy means getting comfortable being in front of people. And some women, some professionals, some doctors that I work with are very comfortable doing a one-on-one presentation as if it was a consult, a report of findings, a new patient examination. They're very comfortable with that. And some people are comfortable doing a one-on-several as if it's a group report in your office or a lunch and learn or a dinner with the docs. That's comfortable. And some people are very comfortable getting on a stage in front of 5, 10, even 15,000 people. For me, that's what gets me excited. That's where I'm excited. That's where I'm happy. That's my element. And I know not everybody wants to do that. I know a lot of people look at me in front of 15,000 people and they're like, you're crazy. How do you do that? No way. And that might not be your big, scary, hairy, audacious goal. That's okay. Whatever yours is, we can work to get to that level. So a strategy starts off with, where do I want to be? The strategy never starts off with where you are. It starts off with, where do I want to be? And then you go back and say, where am I right now? And how do I get from my starting point here with the least bumps, blotches, potholes, U-turns, challenges, obstacles? Look, we're going to have challenges and obstacles. That's a given. And we want those because that's what helps us overcome and learn. And every time you have a hurdle, you jump over it. And every time you have a challenge, you rise above. And every time you've got an obstacle, you figure out how to get around it or over it. That's what builds us. That's what builds our character. That's what builds us as professionals. That's what builds us as speakers. And that's what builds us as human beings. So we want those, but we want to minimize it. So we want to find our starting point and our finish point. Our finish point is never the end. It's just our first goal, right? It's our first big goal. And then once we achieve that, we need to have other goals already in mind, because if we set our goal and that's the end all be all and there's nothing after that, well, then you could find that you're not very satisfied there, or you can get way too complacent there and you could start to drift all the way back down. So let's think about your speaking strategy. Number one, who is your message designed for? You have to know that. That's part of your strategy, because when you know who your message is designed for and you understand their needs, their pain points, and I don't mean physical pain points, I mean like the problems that they're trying to solve in their life, their pain points, and you understand their value systems, what matters most to them, now it's easy to design a talk. So know who your audience is. That's your target market. That's your avatar. That's your person. Know who your person is. Now design a talk that is based on their needs, their pain points, their value systems, what matters to them. Design a talk that they will go, oh, she gets me. This is what I've been looking for, this information. I've been looking for someone to help me with XYZ, and she is the person. She's got the information. She's been there. She's done that. She speaks my language. She understands what I'm going through. She knows how to get me to the next level. Boom. Now you've got an engaged audience. And in that engaged audience moment, you have to be able to deliver the goods. You have to capture their attention and you've got to keep it. The worst thing I see speakers do is when they get up and they're like, "Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to talk about number one and number two and number three." And then once we've covered all that, we'll take some questions and then we'll wrap it all up. That's so boring. Just come out and give it to them. Don't tell me what you're going to give me. Just give it to me and make it impactful. Make it empowering. It doesn't have to be loud and screaming and powerful and in your face. That's not how all talks need to be. Some of them are going to be very heartfelt, very emotional, very down to earth in a very comforting tone of voice. And if that's your audience, that's how you need to deliver your message. But knowing who you're speaking to and why is going to help you determine how to deliver that message. So with your speaking strategy, we need to know who we want to speak to. We need to understand what they need to hear from us. And now we need to learn how to deliver an engaging message that is well received. And once we do that, now we need to multiply that by every person in the audience. And what does that mean? So if you give a great talk to a couple people in your community that are, let's go with that real estate agent option again, that are real estate agents. Those people know people that weren't in your audience. And so it's a great opportunity to say, if you got something useful out of today's presentation and you belong to another group or an organization, or you have other coworkers or friends or family members or colleagues, whatever words you want to use, don't use all of those, but you have somebody else who could benefit from hearing this message, I want you to come and talk to me at the end of this, because we're giving out an opportunity to have me come and speak at XYZ, right? Whatever it is. So if you want to speak to other real estate agent groups in your community and you've already spoken to one office, how do you turn that into multiple offices all around your community? If you speak to the PTA at your child's elementary school, how do you speak to the PTA at all of the elementary schools in your town or your county? Or all of the schools, middle schools, high schools in your county? How do you take one talk and turn it into many? Well, you've got to be really good. You have to deliver what you said you were going to deliver, and you have to over deliver on that, in so much as that the people who were attending feel like they got a tremendous value from participating in your presentation. So developing your speaking strategies, there are so many steps. We can dig into this for hours and hours and hours, but I wanted you to have the top 3 things that I thought would really benefit you today. And number 1, that's building your networks. Know who it is you want to connect with. Know the people that can absolutely benefit from your message and have other people that they would want to share your information with. Number 2, find the best people to share your experience with. And that means within your network, who are the people that resonate with you, that get you, that have a personal experience and can then share that with other people? And who are your target audience members? Who is your avatar? Who is your go-to person? Who is the person that you look at them and you go, if I could have more of those people in my audience every time, if I could have more of those people in my office, wow, would my life be fulfilled? So that's your target people. How do you find those? You look and see, who is it that absolutely lights up your day when you get around them and pays attention, is engaged, resonates with, takes action from your talk, and then wants to share your message. Those are your people. And finally, developing your strategy to help you get more new patients and more talks. You want to decide what your end goal is. And maybe you say it's a certain number of visits in my office. Maybe you say it's a certain amount of new patients that come in each month or each week. Maybe you say it's knowing that my office is impacting this many families. Whatever your big goal is. Maybe it's that I want to get on stages in my entire community or in my profession. Whatever your big goal is, look at your starting point and let's develop step by step strategies to start small, grow from there. Improve. Start small, grow from there, and improve. And each time you give a talk, make sure that talk is better. Make sure that talk is more well received. Make sure that talk is clearer and more concise and to the point and delivers upon your goals, delivers what you said you were going to deliver to the people, but also brings you one step closer to your goal. And if you start to develop a strategy to help you give more talks in your community, what's going to happen is if you're giving a compelling talk and you're explaining what it is that we do and why our community members could benefit from being under regular lifetime wellness chiropractic care, you start giving that talk and you start improving it every time you go out and speak, and you look for the people who resonate with your message and you build your network out of those kind of people and ask for more opportunities. The obvious outcome is that more people would be willing to share your message with the people that they know, and therefore referring new potential patients to your talks as well as into your office. And then if you give a great chiropractic talk, there's no doubt in my mind that the people sitting in your audience would look at themselves, look at the person sitting next to them and say, this is a no-brainer. I need to get scheduled to go into that office, see that doctor, and get my family under care. So start with the end in mind, look at where you are, and build your strategy. Ladies, it's always a privilege to get to speak to you, and it's always a blessing to get to help you. So if you have any questions on how to actually develop your speaking strategies or get yourself out there or put together a talk for your community, for your state association, for continuing ed, for the profession, or if you're going to go onto a radio, a podcast, a webinar, and you need a little bit of help, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm always here to help you, because when one of us wins, we all win. And when one of us rises up, a rising tide raises all boats. So let's all be successful together. Let's all create a positive, massively engaging impact on our communities to help more people choose a safe, healthy, natural option for their family's health care. And that's you, that's me, that's our offices, chiropractors. Let's do this better, let's do this bigger, and let's help more people express their fullest potential. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Send a message through ChiroSecure's Facebook page, drop a comment below, or just message me directly. I hope you have a great day. I hope you got something out of this talk, and I look forward to seeing you again right here on Empowering Women in Chiropractic. Bye-bye, everybody.
Join us each week as we bring you the best in business growth, practice management, social media marketing, networking, leadership, and lots more. If it's about women in practice and business, you'll hear it here. We hope you enjoyed this week's Facebook Live event. Please like us on Facebook, comment, and share. We look forward to seeing all of you next week for another episode of Empowering Women in Chiropractic. Now, go ahead and hit the share button and tell your friends and colleagues about the show. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day. This has been a ChiroSecure production.